A very good morning to you on this Friday morning. It's raining outside, but we are inside and going to do beading today. I am coming back to modified right angle weave. In fact, double modified right angle weave. I really love this technique and I find myself to use it with loads of different beads over and over again. I'm just going to pick up a couple from my mat here so I can bring it up. Actually, probably it's better if I pop you down to the mat as well. It's creating such a lovely effect and it's very, very versatile. So let me just turn the camera down. There we go. I've got so many different samples to show you and I'm going to pop you over to the website as well. One kit will make you 3 bracelets, so it will make you each color. I put 2 different crystals in for each one of the kits and then it will make you a mixed one as well. So let me just move every single time when you click on something it comes up with a little thing saying like a little message on the side. Right, okay, so by now you know the drill. What you need to do, you're gonna go to totallybeads.co.uk and let me just pop you over to the website, show you very, very quickly. Hundreds of tutorials we've done over the last few years. I'm gonna click on jewelry making here and then from the jewelry making I'm gonna choose video tutorials. Loads of different things over the years, and today one is here. Let me just get rid of this little window. Today one is here is the Hematite Nugget bracelet. So these Hematite Nugget beads are, I don't think we used them for anything before. They're like sort of slightly faceted. I will show you a close-up just in a second. And these are really, really quick makes. Probably in about half an hour you will have a bracelet with it. Sort of zooming around with the stitches, but I'll show you how easy it is to make. So we got many different colors. As always, I couldn't sort of keep myself to create more and more colors. They are $14.99 each. One kit will make you 3 bracelets, and Simon has given us a deal for 2 for £25. Now, do think of the C word. The Christmas is around the corner as we're going, end of August now. The summer is ending, but Christmas is around the corner. So this is probably the perfect time to start sort of planning and creating little presents to give to people at Christmas. Right, let me just come back to the screen and I will show you them on my mat. Right, so the first one is blue, which is this one. This is a beautiful sort of aqua blue. One of the crystals to choose with it is more sort of an opaque color, and the other one is baby blue AB. So it's really, really nice and bright, but not too bright, because the hematite and the smaller crystals are kind of sort of pull it back in. Next one is the bronze, which is this one. Again, with the bronze I've chosen a crystal which is darker color and a crystal which is sort of lighter color, so you got both effect there. Next one is the coffee. Oh, I love this coffee color. This is also sort of like a black diamond color which has got sort of grays and browns together. So again, I've chosen 2 crystals here. One of them is darker, the other one is lighter, to go with this beautiful coffee color nuggets. Next one is, I'm just going through how it's on the website, is gold, which is this one with the beautiful gold nuggets. Next one is the green, which is this one. It is such a lovely sort of tealy green. I really do love this colorway. One of them is like really, really sparkly. This one I just love. I really love it. Next one is the green gold, which is this one. So with the green gold, I kind of sort of taken it more towards like a pinky hint. It's Olive Garden, one of the crystals, and the other one, I can't remember the name of it, is a darker one, but it's sort of a darker brownish, really dark browny earthy color crystal, but it has got like this pink shimmers coming through it. A really, really lovely. Next one is the hematite, which went for the classic sort of black and grey look here. Next one is the mermaid pink, which is this one, these two here. Again, I went for a lighter pink. This one is quite pink. The camera doesn't really pick it up quite well, but it's a very light shade of pink, the crystal on that one. Next one is the purple. Now the purple, I only got one of the samples. The other one I can make up in the live. And next one is the rainbow. I got both of the samples for this one. Again, went sort of a lighter shade and a darker shade with this one. And last but not least, we got the silver, which I only have the hematite made up. I can make the silver one up as well. So silver or blue, which one shall we do? For some reason, I don't see your lovely comments. I don't know what's going on. I have restarted the website, the computer, and the program, not the website. I don't know if you can hear Roxy, but she's sleeping and she's woofing in her sleep right next to me. Bless her. Okay, so we can do, I'll show you the crystals for the purple, and I'll show you the crystals for the other one as well. So with the purple, this is what you get. Each kit will have a string of nuggets, will have a color of crystal, which is 3 by 4 millimeter, another color of crystal which is 3 by 4 meters. So in this instance I've chosen the blue and the purple to go with it, because on the nuggets you have got this purple shimmer, but also there is a blue shimmer in there as well. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it will highlight that. And then the smaller crystal will go with both of them. And I'll show you the silver as well quickly. So in the silver you get the same every single kit. You get it's right at the bottom, a string of the nuggets. They're just beautiful. These are just so beautifully faceted beads. And then you get a string of the larger crystals in 2 colors, and then a string of the smaller crystals in sort of to go with both. I think I'm going to demo with the purple because that shows up better in the camera than the silver today. So what we're going to do is we're going to start, I'm gonna quickly get my beads off the strand, and then we're gonna get started. And I'm going to start right by the clasp. So we're going to work from one end all the way to the other end, and then cut our, I'm gonna do the blue one for this one. But if you multi-buy 2 kits, you can mix up the colors quite nicely as well, even more, because they do go nicely with each other. So I'm gonna need these larger crystals, and I'm gonna need the smaller crystals out as well. And I'm gonna zoom in so you can see better. Oh, I've got it, I can't see your comments. It's happened the same last week, and I updated everything, but unfortunately I don't know, there's some link is probably broken in the system. Right, I'm gonna grab some thread. So the thread I'm gonna use is Cyclone. I could use a blue one, or I could use a purple one as well. Either or we do, or even sort of a burgundy color would go nicely with it, because it's kind of sort of covers all the colors. I'm gonna go with like a deep purple actually, and I'm just gonna very quickly, I'm gonna thread my needle. I'm gonna treat myself to a new needle, because most of my needles, I don't know about you, but most of my needles on my mat are always bent. I probably hold on to them a bit too tightly. There we go. This is always the hardest part, is to thread the needle. And I just pulled it out. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Right, so as I said, we're going to start by the clasp. So I'm going to pick up one of the nuggets. I'm going to pick up 3 of the larger crystals. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pick up 1 smaller crystal, and I'm going to go through the loop on the clasp. I'll just pop that aside out of the way, and I'm going to pull this down. Now I'm going to just turn back and go back through the little crystal. So I'm securing the clasp right on the end there. I'm going to pick up 3 more larger crystals, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to come through the nugget itself. So I'm going to come from the tail end towards the clasp. So I'm going to turn the direction of this nugget. There we go. So I have got my clasp sort of trapped on the top there. Now I'm not gonna I'm gonna go around again. I'm not gonna knot my tail and then my working end together, because in fact we're gonna come through 3 more times and it will be really nice and secure. So the next step I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run up on all 3 crystals. I'm gonna follow my thread path I just created through the loop of the clasp, pull it back nice and tight. I'm going to turn around, come through the little crystal, and I'm going to go to the 3 crystals on the other side and pull this nice and tight. There we go. So for the next step, I'm not going to cross over in the hematite bead just yet. We're going to do that later on. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up the following pattern, and from here I'm going to be picking up the same pattern all the way along, which is a small crystal, a large crystal, a nugget, a large crystal, and then a small crystal. I'm going to take this down. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump over this one in the middle, and I'm going to come back down on the 3 crystals on the other side again. So we're going through our thread path to the clasp for the 3rd time and final time. So it's going to be really nice and secure. And then I'm going to go back through the little crystal, and back up through the 3 crystals, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go all the way up on this side. So I'm gonna go through the little crystal and the larger crystal in front of me as well, and I'm gonna pull this up. And from here now I've got something to hold on to, so I'm gonna hold it in my hand. I'm gonna do the same pattern. So small crystal, large crystal, nugget, large crystal, small crystal. I'm gonna jump over this one in the middle and come down, but I'm only gonna come down on 1 crystal on the other side. There we go. And then I am going to cross over in this very first nugget. There we go. And I'm going to turn and go up in the large, small, large crystal at the end. And I'm going to repeat the same step over and over again until I get down to the other end. So small crystal, large crystal, nugget, large crystal, small crystal. I'm going to jump over the nugget. I'm going to come down on a single crystal on the other side. I'm going to cross over in the nugget, which is the 3rd one from the top, and then go up. I'm going to miss this little crystal, so I'm going to go up into the large, little, large. So 3 beads on the right hand side. And I'm doing the same thing again. It goes very, very quickly. I love makes like this because something about it, it's like very symmetric and it's very straight as well. It's perfect for bracelets, and they grow quite quickly because you're adding so many beads on at the same time, and then you're creating the thread paths you need to be creating as you're stitching down. Otherwise you would have to go around each unit numerous times. So it's adding on very, very quickly. Let me just have a look. Why is this? Have I pressed something? Have I pressed something since I think I haven't got it since Natalie was here. Actually, I haven't got the comments. Have we got the comments? Oh, I think I just got it back. She must have closed the window when she finished. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. Good morning, everybody. Now I can see what you're saying. Oh, I'm so happy. Right, your small crystal, large crystal, nugget, large crystal, small crystal, jumping over, coming down on the crystal on the other side, just a single crystal, crossing over in the nugget, and then going up through the crystal, large, small, large on the other side. And I'm going to do this all the way up. So I'm just going to say hello, but at the same time now I can see your comments. Good morning, Rachel, from a sunny borough. She says it's raining here. It's horrible and raining here. Good morning, Elaine, Camille. Just hope you're well. I'm very well. Thank you, Judith. Good morning. Justine, good morning. Anastasia, peace and love from the USA, Rachel. Heather, good morning. Carol, Anastasia. Sheila, good morning. Joanne, Mina, good morning. I'm just sorry, you're having it sort of a little chat with each other as well, so I don't really want to read everything out, but good morning, everybody. So I'm doing the same thing over and again, and you will see how quickly we can build this bracelet up. Alison is saying a magnificent day in Cape Town. So that's... I'm wondering, is Cape Town on the same time zone as us? Let us know, Alison. What time is in Cape Town right now? Richard's saying loving the blue. I love blue as well, and I love putting blue and purple together. I think something about them is sort of quite, maybe sort of a royally color. I don't know what I can associate it to, but I love putting blues and purples together. I think they go really, really nicely. They enrich each other. Sometimes you can put two colors together and they like sort of wash each other out, and sometimes you put two colors together and make each other sort of stronger. I love playing around with colors. So each kit will make you 3 bracelets, and you get 2 kits for £25. So there's 6 bracelets for £25 with these beautiful hematite beads. Do think ahead, because Christmas is gonna be up on us before we know it, and things like this are really nice and easy sort of to ease you into the Christmas makes, or if you're doing like a Christmas fair or anything like that. These are perfect little makes because they're quick, they're sparkly. We're only using crystals. There's no seed beads on this one. We're only using crystals and the hematite beads. I'm just adding the same pattern every single time. So what we're doing, and I'm just gonna pop this down and show it to you, why we like completing the stitch this way. So every single hematite in the middle has got a thread path to the crystal below and the crystal on the other side as well. But when we add one section on here, like we just added this one, the thread path is not there between this crystal and this hematite nugget. So we're completing the thread path and we're adding the next loop together. So instead of sort of going around each unit multiple times and then sort of moving along, this is a really quick way to have the thread path where you need to have the thread path all the way along, and it builds really quickly. Amina is saying it's payday, so I might treat myself. Yeah, it is the end of the month now, isn't it? End of August. This summer just flew by. It went so quickly for me. Of course, we had the puppies, and I don't know. It's mad how it's just disappeared. Really. And now I was like, the nights are drawing in, and it's getting darker in the early in the evening. It's so interesting because like in the summer I like to be sort of out and about and put around the garden and do things, but when sort of the nights start to draw in, it's I'm just sort of indoors, and I'm looking at more craft projects to do in front of the TV. And it's sort of a different kind of relaxing, and I love it. I think each season has its beauty. Royal is saying is really set up fast. Yes, it really grows very fast. So I love making bracelets like this. You could do this like as a V-shaped necklace too, by joining sort of in the middle with this technique. There's so many things you could do. This is one of my favorite techniques. I keep sort of returning to it over and over again because it's quick, it's easy, and you can have beautiful results. And something about that, it's very, maybe geometric is not the right word, but something about it's very sort of neat as you go along. Camille's saying it's already starting to get chilly. Yes, here too. This morning was the first day I put socks on all summer. First day of the socks. So that's kind of when the weather turns. But you never know. We had this happened before, that we have sort of a bit of a cold spell, and then the weather improves again. And I remember a couple of years ago we had a really hot September, so you never know, weather can turn around. Last Christmas, my church minister asked if I would organize crafts for 2 schools visiting, so over 100 children. Oh wow. That's a lot of crafts. What did you do, Rachel? I hope you did something sort of beady. Something to do with beads. I think it's so fascinating when sort of children sit down and do like even just little elastic bracelets, and they can sit there for a very long time, and they're very precise and know how they concentrate and add each bead on there one by one. I think it's so lovely. So small crystal, large crystal, hematite, large crystal, small crystal. That's what we're picking up in every single time as we go along. And then we go down one crystal on the other side, cross back over in the third hematite from the top, and go up in the large, small, large crystal, and we are ready to add the next one. So it grows so quickly. Probably the quickest way to make a stitch bracelet, apart from stringing, because if you would be stringing it up, but then it would be a single line, and this one is like stitched, like there is a pattern to it, but it's the same pattern you're doing all the way along. Small crystal, large crystal, hematite, large crystal, small crystal. Oh, Rachel is saying she did, and she's thinking that expecting him to ask again soon. Ah, oh, bless. So she did beady related. Beads are like, I think like for children as well, it's especially wonderful because there is so many different colors and shapes and sparkles, and I think boys and girls like equally like to do, because boys can make a little bracelets for their mom or for themselves even. um for girls as well, I think it's lovely, it's really lovely. So this is like double modified right angle weave, I guess, because we're doing both sides at the same time, not just one side we're completing. Very quick and easy way to make a bracelet up. And I already got probably about a good 6 inches with this one. I'm just gonna sort of keep on going, add a few more, and then we can add the other end, the other toggle on there. And every single time I'm doing the same, picking up the same, so there is only really one step to this this bracelet, so it's very, very easy. So kits are £14.99, or you get 2 kits for £25, which will make you 6 bracelets. So there's 2 colors of larger crystals in your kit, so you can make one of each, and then you can make a mixed one as well. You can, and then the mixed one, you can sort of do one color crystal on one side and the other on the other side, or you can have little units of 4 of one color and the next 4 different color. That would look really good too. There's so many different things you could do with so many different variations. So I think that's quite good for, or even if you get the whole offer that for 2 kits for £25, 6 bracelets for £25, I think it's quite good for hematite beads, especially in crystals, and these beautiful sparkly crystals. I'm just gonna cross over and then going back up to the end, very, very quick. The color actually looks good together. Yeah, purple and blue. I love putting purple and blue together. The other one in this kit you get purple with the purple as well, so you can see the difference. But I think when you put purple and blue together, it's kind of highlights each other, but you will have a total purple one as well. So each one of the kits, I added 2 different colors crystals in there. Some of them I made, which is a more sort of complementary. Some of them I made, which is kind of sort of very different. And some of them just like a little bit of different shade. So there are, throughout the kits, there is a good variety. Let me just have a look. How many more do I have to add? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 more nuggets I need to add on. So I'm just gonna pull those there. So I know I only need to add 4 more on there. I need a few more crystals of the strand. And there we go. So we almost done the whole length of the bracelet. There's only 4 more nuggets to be added on. To very, very quick make. Rachel is saying she's going into town with her mom. Have a lovely time. So small crystal, large crystal, nugget, large crystal, small crystal. That's what we're picking up every single time. I'm jumping over the nugget there, going down on the other side just in one crystal. Then I'm gonna coming across in the nugget, and then going up the crystal, large, small, large crystal on the other side. Sometimes it's so lovely. I love using seed beads, and most of my designs always have seed beads in them. I think that's kind of my thing, like stitching smaller beads together to create something bigger. I do like wire work, and I like my wire work tree as well, so I like other techniques, but I think a stitching, sort of bead stitching, is my very favorite one. And it's just lovely to, sometimes lovely to make something up where you're not using seed beads, but you're just actually using crystals. So this is the last unit I need to add, and I'm gonna go all the way to the top. So once again, I'm going to add the other side on here, but while I'm adding it, I'm going to have to go around a few times again, because we still need to create the thread path within this crystal and that nugget. So and then there will be another one as well we have to create. So as I'm standing here, this side, I'm going to pick up a small crystal first, then the 3 larger crystals, then I'm going to pick up another small crystal, and I'm going to go through the loop on the clasp. So I've added this little crystal here because we have that if I bring it in on the other side as well. So I'm mirroring the other side on this side. And then I'm going to come back through just a small crystal. There we go. I'm going to pick up 3 large crystals and 1 small crystal. And I'm going to stitch down in the very first crystal on the other side, so the very last one. First or last, depending on which way you're looking at it from. I'm going to cross over in this hematite, the second one, and I'm going to go up, starting with a large crystal, all the way to the top. I'm going to go around the clasp again. So remember the other side, we went through 3 times to have a really strong bond. So I'm going to come back down, and I'm going to come back down. I'm going to come through the 3 crystals, the 3 large crystals. And instead of continuing down, I'm going to go across in the very last nugget as well. And once more, I'm going to go up and around the clasp. So this will be the 3rd time going up and around the clasp, making it really super strong. And just around into the loop of the clasp as well. And I'm going to come through, come back down that small crystal. And probably you couldn't go through the small crystal more than 6 times, but this is the 6th time. Been sort of being up and down, and I'm going to come down these 3. Now from here, you can, if you got thread left and you want to strengthen the whole bracelet, you can run down all the way on the other side, because as we were going up, we were always going up the large crystal, small crystal, large crystal on this side, but on the other side we always only went down on 1 crystal. So there is more thread on this side of the bracelet than this side of the bracelet. So I do like to, and especially if your tension was really tight, your bracelet might sort of bow a little bit, and then what you want to do is just to run down through these beads all the way down to where your tail end is. And then what I can do is I can knot together my working thread and my tail end. It helps if you got a nice long needle to go through many beads at the same time. I can knot together my working thread and my tail end to secure both threads at the same time. So just giving a bit of extra thread going down here. I'm going to keep on going all the way down to the other end. If you wanted to, you can run around a couple of times if you got loads of thread left. The more you go through, the stronger I guess it's going to be, because crystals, you can always be, they can be sometimes have a little sharp end, but the more thread you got, the more it's holding up. There we go, almost done all the way. I'm just going to locate which bead is my tail end coming out of. It's on that side. So I am going to go through the next crystal, and I want to sort of meet the thread on the other side, sort of meeting them head to head. So as I'm coming out of this crystal on this side, I'm gonna cross over to the other side and kind of do a loop. So they're gonna meet. If I'm coming out of this crystal here, the two ends are just sort of right side by side. One of them is coming out of the nugget and the other one is coming out of the crystal itself. And I still just think, how are the puppies now? The puppies are really good. 5 of them is already gone today, new homes, they forever homes. We got one getting picked up on the 6th of September because the family is away on holiday. We are keeping one. As I just knotted it, I'm just going to go and take it through a few beads. So I never want to really cut my thread off right next to the knot. Just take it through the few beads before I trim it. So one's getting picked up on the 6th of September, and then we still got one available to choose to find a home for. Heather is saying, just made an order now to keep me busy. Ah, oh, bless you. Thank you so much. This is gonna be a quick make. So they're gonna come together quite quick. Right, so again, I'm just going to take this, I'm going to take it down on this side through a few beads. I just added the needle to the tail, so I'm not cutting it off right next to the knot, because then you run the risk that the knot will come undone. But just take it through the few beads and then I can trim it, and I have a lovely bracelet in kind of sort of no time. This was the purple one, so this is the purple plated and it's just called purple plated Hematite Nuggets. So it's got a blue crystal in there and it's got a purple crystal in there as well, and then you can mix the two together if you like, but there's probably, you know, there's loads of crystals left in there too, and depending on the size as well, if you're making smaller ones you might be able to squeeze an extra one out. So yeah, but it makes 3 8-inch bracelets, so it's really nice to kind of have a play with, and very quick make. So I'm just gonna bring back the colors to show you very quickly. So we had the rainbow, which one of them the crystals is more of a pinky one, the other one is complete rainbow. So this one is sort of complete rainbow. Let's just zoom in. This one is complete a rainbow crystal, small ones, large ones, and the nuggets themselves. The other one is pink. It's very interesting how it picks up the different color in there. And then we have, what's the next one? As I popped them down, just have to find the pairs. I love this color. This is such a lovely sort of tealy aqua color. One of my favorites. This one is called green, but there is like blue in there. It's like an azul color. I really do love it. That one is the green gold all together. So again, 2 different bracelets. You got this too, the gold. So this one, the nuggets are gold, and then we got a lighter and darker shades of gold crystals in there. We got the hematite one, which I went sort of very traditional, sort of black and greyish colors. They look really beautiful. Look how sparkly is that. Camille is saying lovely. Right, next one is the coffee color. So the nuggets are coffee color, and then we got lighter and darker crystals to go with. Next one is the bronze, again lighter and darker crystals to go with the bronze nuggets. Last but not least is the, and I think this one is called just blue. It's called blue. Again, a little bit of aqua colors in there, lighter and darker color together. So do have a go. do have a play, 14.99, 2 for 25 for the kids, make you 6 bracelets. Beautiful, very quick make. So that's it for me today. Laura's gonna be with you next week, and the week after we are doing we're gonna be staying with hematite, and we're gonna be doing little hematite cubes. They're really cute for necklace and earrings. So a couple of weeks I will be back with you. Enjoy your live with Laura next week, and obviously Natalie as well on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I'll see you very soon. Everybody take care and keep on beading, keep on crafting, and I see you soon. Bye.